The greatest plague in a family is not premature death. The greatest plague in a family is not necessarily people not having graduates from their family. The greatest plague in the family is when there are people in the family and there is absolutely no man. I remembered one day, like we are here,
Yes, sir.
I gathered my siblings. I say, hey, there's no headway in this family. So this is what we're going to do. Let's agree together. Make me a sacrifice. I become a lamb of sacrifice. Give me to God. No school for me. No work for me. I won't pursue any beauty of life. All I'm going to do is I'm going to look for God. If God exists, I will see him. And if I see him, the proof that I touch him is that every one of you will feel the impact.
Yes, sir.
And one of my elder brothers said to me, he said, no, you're intelligent. You need to go to school. And I said, no. Let's forget about it. So apart from all the, not having the opportunities for formal education,
Yes, sir.
I became a lamb. What was happening in the family? Now, please don't get it wrong. It's possible to do priesthood
Yes, sir.
and don't get to the extent I went.
Yeah,
I
true.
went to the extreme.
Yes, sir.
But you see, story for another
It was
day.
worth it.
I went to the extreme that, hey, okay,
Enough.
all right,
Yes,
I'm going to be a lamb of sacrifice. I'm going to look for God. But what I'm trying to say is every family should be able to produce a priest.
Sure, sir.
A priest whose business becomes how he will be able to transact with spirits. Because life, first of all, is spiritual.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The natural draw nutrients from the spiritual.
Yes, sir.
In the school of life, no human being strive neutrally. Do you understand?
Yes. Yes, sir.
It's either you are in a secret place or you are in or in the secret court. If you are not in the secret place, you are in the secret court. Nobody is neutral. You can't be neutral in the marketplace. You
Yes.
can't be neutral in the world of men.
True.
If you are neutral in the world of men, you will be used as experiment. The demonic or the divine will only feed on you.
True.
You can't be neutral. So, every family should produce a priest. And you see, in producing a priest, you will have to be careful the kind of spirit you are going to transact with. Because every spirit you transact with, there are consequences.
Yes, sir.
If you transact with a demonic spirit, there are consequences,
Sure, sir.
which is a secret court. If you also transact with the divine spirit, which is a secret place, there are consequences.
Yes, sir.
But every family must have one who has ability to transact with spirits. That is the assurance in the world of men. So, in my family today, I'm number 7. But everyone, including the first child of my parents, don't do anything if they have not asked me.
Yes, sir.
It's not a position I begged for.
Right, sir.
I didn't beg for it. I bought it. They don't even know why they do what they do. But I know because I bought it. I paid the price for it. I journey in the path of spirit. So everything that is working for them today
Yes, sir.
is working because the spiritual is also being taken care of. So if you don't like what you are seeing in your family, there's a way out. The way out is not just getting angry. You don't use emotional anger to humble spirit.
Right. Yes, sir.
Don't use emotional
No, no,
anger
no, no,
to
no, no,
humble
no.
spirits.
No.
You need to jot this down.
spirits don't have
Yes.
emotions.
True.
So the way out, if you don't like what you see in your family, is produce a priest.
Yes, sir.
That is in a case where all of us are not doing priesthood.
Yes,
At
sir.
least let
One
somebody.
person.
Yes,
Stand in the gap.
So that if you, madam, go and make money,
Money.
but have assurance that there is
is
somebody
someone
that is
backing
peeping
you
in the
up.
spirit. But you see, we're in a situation, a society where everybody is looking for survivor, not knowing that human beings are not the only occupants on
On
earth.
earth.
Yeah.
Sir. All right, sir. So, okay. Let's take your question.
You said while you were sitting under the mango tree,
Yeah.
a spirit being walked up to you and you had a conversation. How did you know that? Like, did the person come in form of a human being? And if yes, how did you know that this person is not a human being? Like, is not ordinary? Were you not scared? How did you handle it? How did you interact? How did you handle the whole situation? And you got to know that, okay, this person is not from this realm.
The story around my birth is so peculiar that when my mom took seed of me, my grandmother had an encounter with an angel who told her things about me. The angel said to her that, hey, your daughter is pregnant with a child. And you will call the name of the child Ojom Bukayode. It means God knows where his blessings lies. So
God knows where his blessing
this is what
lies.
you will call the child. And the angel told my grandmother, I'll be coming from time to time to tell you things about the child.
Wow.
So from time to time, that angel kept coming at every stage of the pregnancy. In fact, I was told that my mom bled for 4 months when she took seed of me. And for those 4 months, she went to the hospital. I was aborted 4 times to save her life.
You are aborted.
And you refused to go.
I didn't know.
Wow.
She was bleeding, so they wanted to help her. The bleeding was so much, so they say, hey, let's remove the baby. Let's help you. The evacuation will help you so that you stop bleeding. They did the first, the baby was still there. The second, it was when she was preparing for number 5.
Sorry, sir. Tell me. They did the evacuation.
Yes.
Okay, continue, sir.
It was when she was preparing for number 5 because she was still bleeding. The angel, my grandmother said, the angel came back and said, hey, your daughter is preparing for number 5. Go and tell her not to. Because even if she try, the baby will still be there. But now tell her she won't bleed again. So that was how the bleeding stopped. And the pregnancy continued. Now so, then fast forward, me becoming that kind of person. My mom will keep beating me. She will keep doing everything possible when they bring reports of me. But my grandmother will say, no. I know. I know his friend. So he called that angel that usually come my friend.
And you do the same thing now.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Okay,
he
so
does. He
Yeah.
does.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. When
While
you're ministering, yes.
Seriously?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm lost.
Don't worry. Be found. Go for the program and you will see.
Now, so
Wow.
that was how my life started. It was not, you see, my experience in the spirit was not just because it was all about me. I was destined for it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the devil tried to sabotage that
Again and again.
again and again. And thank God for grandma and your mom.
Yes, my mom didn't know much. My grandmother really stood with the angel that was coming to her to ensure that I was never aborted.
Give God praise. Thank
Now,
God.
she mentioned that if I minister now, I call my friend.
Yes.
The last one was made it 5. On 5 different occasions, assassins were sent to kill me.
I remember.
it, again and again. There was a time that the enemy struck me so heavily that I was having a very terrible headache that if it starts, if you pour water on my head, you can literally see smokes coming out.
Wow.
It was that bad. If my wife dips towel in the water and puts it on my head, as she moves it, my hair peels.
Whoa.
It was that bad. It was a terrible affliction because the enemy wanted me off. There was a time, I'm saying right? Yes. Usually, the normal heart of people, where's your heart? Medically.
Yeah.
The right, left
Yes.
side. Yes.
Mine is currently here.
So say
A
that again.
pistol, yes, mine is currently here.
Okay.
A pistol of a mortal was used by the woman that brought me up to hit my chest.
Oh my God.
So it shifted.
Oh my God. Sir, sorry. Are you sure that woman is not one of the devil's agents?
Definitely.
You see, anytime the enemy marks you, he mobilizes antennas.
Use anybody.
And there are persons that do certain things they don't even know why
They don't
do
know.
They
Yes.
do.
Yes.
Now, so some few years ago, it came again so badly. And the doctor said, "Kai, this time, because out of fear, he said, Kai, you won't live in the next 48 hours.
2 days.
And he talked. After those experiences, I had an encounter with the Lord, and the Lord said to me, you have passed your test.
Glory to God.
Hallelujah.
From today, I will assign to you 4 angels who will become your ministry partners.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord.
Those angels.
So that's where God is finished.
Your friends.
Those angels. Yes.
I hope they are here.
Can
with us.
relate. They are here.
No, you know,
They are
they are
better.
ministry partners. They are not gisting partners.
This is ministry. This is ministry. They
So
should be
that
here.
is how I got those friends. Now, just to answer her question about those friends.
Right.
This is amazing.
Wow.
This is amazing. This is encouraging.
I have terrible stories, but the summary of my life is, if God can be interested
Yes, sir.
in someone like me, then there's absolutely nobody that God cannot use.
True.
Yeah.
But you see, whatever is God's interest is also Satan's target.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
True.
You don't become because you desire.
True.
You become if you can fight for it.
So, sir, talking about being a priest of the family,
Yes.
I know many people watching right now can relate to this,
Yeah.
either death, untimely death specifically by
Siege,
this,
delay,
sickness,
all
poverty,
manner.
maybe late
Fear,
marriage,
stagnancy,
different
like that.
different issues. So I want you to share with us, share with everyone the challenges. Because I remember one time I decided to stand in the gap. And it was more like
There will be
the
feedbacks
whole village people, they
gathered
just
against you.
Yeah.
every negative thing, sickness, different things that I never imagined they were coming. So I want you to tell us those challenges, those things we should be ready for when taking up this decision.
In making up your mind to pick the project of the family, the first thing I will counsel is, don't be selfish. My idea is,
Okay.
God, raise somebody from this family, and it must not be me.
Yes, sir.
So I'm not threatening whatever God do with my younger brother. You must come to that point. Lord, I want you to visit this family, and it must not be me. That is the first. The second, you will need to realize that one thing Satan will not allow you do is to pray. He can be comfortable, you do many things,
Yes.
but to pray.
To be very difficult.
And not just pray, but to make intersection.
Yes.
When you are the one standing and say, this family, something
Things
must
must
happen.
change.
He will send you anything possible to frustrate that adventure.
Including family members.
Hey,
Daddy.
they will misinterpret you. They will eat a whole lot. You will see as an individual that is wasting away. That is why I use the word a lamb of sacrifice. So in my own case, what I did was, hey, sit down. We got to talk. So that nobody will come and tell you to worry. Why is your younger brother wasting? You will know ahead of time. Make me a sacrifice.
Okay, sir, you are you have an evangelistic ministry. Can you tell us a little about that? How that came about?
All right. Basically, me, Solomon Salami, my primary call is I am a weeping prophet. Many of our viewers could just be hearing that for the first time. Even me, I didn't know about that until an angel of the Lord told me. He said, hey, you are a weeping prophet. And my primary assignment is I'm an intercessor.
Yes, sir.
What makes you laugh might not make me laugh.
Yes.
Yeah.
I live daily on the burdens that is transmitted into me.
Yes, sir.
So I have a calling in the order of Jeremiah, whose business is to weep on behalf of people. Now, the evangelistic came, I didn't even know how they started calling me evangelist. But you see, when you don't have a church, when we began in moving from place to place, the word apostle, especially from the background I'm coming from the evangelical.
Yes, sir.
The word apostle was not quite
Rare.
Popular.
common
Yeah.
among the evangelical. All right. So, they call us Orthodox. So, that was not too common at that time. You read it from the Bible, but it was not something around.
Yes, sir.
So, it's either you are a pastor or you are
My
an
brother, my sister.
or a brother or a sister. But I know that God wanted me to carry a prayer campaign in raising prayer altars here and there.
Yes, sir.
So that is how. So the evangelist is, I don't know how he started.
Just came.
People started calling me evangelist, all of us started. But basically, I am a weeping prophet in the order of Jeremiah. You see, every man that has a calling, we must be able to trace you to the Bible.
Yes.
In tracing me to the Bible, my calling is in the order of Jeremiah.
Yes, sir.
And I have a building assignment, building people of passion, prayer, power, and praise. So if you give me opportunity to come preach like you have given me now,
Yes, sir.
if I'm to preach, I will do 4 things. All right?
Yes, sir.
Passion, prayer,
Prayer,
power,
and
and
praise.
praise.
Body.
So that must happen.
It's body.
If I preach
Yes, sir.
and people don't catch body,
Body.
I have failed. If I preach and there's no outburst of power,
Yes, sir.
it's not a complete meeting. Because part of my assignment is, as I preach to people, I must make them journey.
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
It's part of my life.
Yes.
So passion, prayer, power, and praise is what I dispense as a minister.
All right, sir. So,
I'm dispensing it in a container of evangelism.
All right. I've seen you. I've heard you preach.
Okay.
Yes.
But me, I'm seeing you for the first time today.
We have seen you. All right. So, hearing you preach, I know that you are very different, and the normal people.
When you say different, what do you mean?
That's what I'm explaining.
Okay.
normal people will see. You made mention of what makes other people laugh would not maybe it might make you cry or it might make you have burden. Yeah, like some trending things now that people to you it might not be funny. Yes, it's not funny. I want to know, how do you survive in this world? Because like, how do you survive around normal people? I think there are people that would say, even from experience, they can tell you, you too take life serious. You are too holy. This one is, you are weird. Because you might just end up sitting down and crying. There are some programs too you can go to. And when everybody is, oh, the anointing is here, you know that something is not right. They might be lifting up holy hands, but you know that these hands are not holy. So when they are dancing, you might be crying. When they are praising, you might be interceding. So even in church, they can judge you. That is how, from the way you preach, sir, that is the kind of person I see you to be. I don't know if I'm right. So I want to know how, because I know it's very difficult. Were you at some point a loner? How were you able to mingle, or how were you able to survive, and how are you still surviving?
All right. You see, isolation is a pathway of spirit. Isolation is a culture of spirit. A man that is going to do business with spirit will have to learn the culture of his spirit that you are doing business with. One of the culture of every spirit is isolation. That is why there is a monk in the village has his shrine in the forest. It's not because he wants it. He's obeying the culture of his spirit.
Isolation.
When you begin to journey, like what we call in our Pentecostal cycle, somebody said, my own consecration.
Yes,
What we call consecration. You see, consecration is not what you want to do and what you don't want to do.
Yes.
Consecration is the dictate of the realm you have begun to enter. You see, you ask young people, you say, oh, what's your consecration? He said, I don't fornicate. No, fornicate, you don't fornicate. It's not a consecration.
Yes, sir.
Because fornication is not in our syllabus.
Yes, sir.
It's not. But you see, there's a realm you begin to enter like Samson, and they'll say to you, don't go to Bible salon again.
Yes.
Going to Bible salon is not a sin.
I think I remember one of yours.
But you see, the path is entering,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
is denying him that life. So this is what makes you unique.
Yes, sir.
Is not your face, it's not your hair. In fact, there are ladies that have a better hair than is your own. But you see, what makes you unique is the dictates that governs your life. Anyone that really wants to prosper with spirit and in the world of men, check. One thing you will find is the dictates of their life. And every human being that have ever transacted with spirit have it. Some days ago, I was listening to Davido. All right?
Yes, sir.
On an interview. And they asked me a question. He said, no, I don't do that. But that is what normal guys do. But he don't do that. Oh, you think it's coincidence? No. But you see, younger ones who don't understand, we see these people, we see them as role model. Meanwhile, we don't know the spirit that they subscribe to,
Yes.
that define
Who they are.
who they are.
So it's more like saying for you to grow or for you to have an identity.
What are your own dictates?
Background.
You understand?
Yes.
A Muslim man said to me one day, he said, I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I don't do two women.
Wow.
But
A Muslim.
They're allowed to marry.
Muslim. But Quran permits them to marry as
Four.
many
Yes. Wives as a
But he don't.
Doesn't.
And I asked him why. He said, because it's part of the dictate of my life. He don't smoke, he don't drink, he don't do two women. That is it.
Oh.
Meanwhile, other person seeing being a Muslim as opportunity for many wives.
Yes,
And you can smoke but not drink.
That's what we're not doing. They are born of the same father.
You see?
Yes.
So that man's dictate is because he has begun to touch something that is not normal.
Yeah.
But you see, we just stay in church. We dress like them. We talk like them. We do things like them. We don't have restriction at all. And sometimes they say, forget, it's not how you dress. This thing is in the heart.
in the heart.
It's in the heart.
Matter of the heart.
So even among preachers,
Yes.
I remember. Okay, sorry, sir. Go ahead.
one day I came into a church, massive church.
Yes, sir.
I had come for a meeting like every other person. And when I was sitting, oh my, suddenly I turned like this and I saw an angel walked into the room. Massive auditorium. I saw something that looked like a golden vessel, a transparent golden vessel. And inside it was an oil. He went straight to the person that was coordinating, was calling the person attention. The person didn't respond. He went to the guest minister. The person didn't respond. He walked around and walked away with it. So immediately I carried my Bible. Somebody that came and said, "Oh my God, what is happening?" I said, "I'm going."
No need.
The one we came for has walked away. He looked at me and said, "This is your problem.
Yes.
You
that is-
overjudge things." You see,
That's the thing.
I no beg for the eye.
Yeah.
So how your eyes are open to see?
So sometimes God can be manifested even where He's absent.
Okay, sir. Evangelism and discipleship. Many a times we evangelize to people, get them saved, but when it comes to follow up discipleship, we generalize it,
Yes.
forgetting that people come from different backgrounds, have different baggages, spirits that they come with, and also forgetting that deliverance is not a one-time event; it's a continual process. So, I'd like you to speak to this thing, so we get to understand that what the difference is and how to go about these things, getting people to get to that point where they are strong in the Lord. They have they have their feet
Firm.
firm. They have their feet firm in the Lord.
You see, that was how the church of the Act of Apostles started.
Yes.
It started with a small unit,
Yes, sir.
breaking into smaller units. The reason is for accountability. All right?
Yes, sir.
They'll, say, they'll call it the church in the house of Tyre,
Yes, sir.
the church in the house of Juliet. The reason is the people who are there,
Yes, sir.
they are a handful of persons that we can check ourselves.
Yes, sir.
So discipleship was effective. But this our idea of church growth. Somebody asked me recently and said, "What do I think about evangelism?" And I said, well, the church in Nigeria currently, if you ask me where we should go on evangelism currently, it's not where we call these people Muslims. It's the church.
Yes.
Because the people in the church, 95 out of 100 don't even know if they are saved.
Yeah.
True.
You understand?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
And
Yes,
the
sir.
problem is because of discipleship. So somebody comes and say, you see, if you must not fornicate, you must not steal. Huh? If you are here, you are fornicating. Come and give your life to Christ. You see, fornication is not fornicating is not salvation.
Yes, sir.
Then the sister will be shrinking, come and stand. The pastor say after me. They say after me. I say, okay, I go to foundation class. All will be driven by one agenda. How do we retain them as members?
Yeah.
True.
So, if we will want to do effective discipleship work, then we need to look at the church of the Acts. That was how the idea of people staying in pastor's house started.
Yes, sir.
I want to grow my life.
Yes.
So you come close to a man of God.
So
That was, yes.
Yes.
And like that. And like that. But 100,000 people are gathered every Sunday in one place. They hear fire today, they hear fire tomorrow. They hear fire today, they hear fire tomorrow. Our concern is not the growth of the people becoming matured and becoming like Christ. What we are really looking at is what we become here. So, if really we want to do anything, then we need to take it individually.
Yes, sir.
That was how the church started. It means that Solomon Salami, produce your kind. You produce your kind.
Yes, sir.
You produce your kind.
Yeah.
That's how discipleship will be effective. Follow me as I follow Christ.
Yes, sir.
You have someone follow you as you follow Christ. But are we going to allow the Holy Ghost bring the church in Nigeria to that point? Is the reason why we have those who should be
Yes, sir.
in Bible class as apostles. People that should be in discipleship class.
Yes, sir.
We have them
Apostles.
Yes, sir.
as apostles. What will you expect of a generation where the many of the apostles are those that ought to be children?
Trouble. Confusion.
What you did is bad. We'll suspend you, sir. Me.
You
You're going
know
to start your own.
Yes.
I just moved to another.
Don't know the grace that I carry.
Because
It's
you
great. The
see,
anointing.
they don't value person here.
They don't honor grace.
They don't honor grace. This brother, Philip, was disappearing. Yes. He was not an apostle.
Yes,
He
was
was
a
He was a
deacon.
deacon. Yes, sir.
It was later we heard they called him evangelist. The great Stephen was not just a deacon. Nobody even mind that.
Serving.
He was
Serving.
not,
Serving.
he was just serving those women
Yes,
that were
yes,
neglected.
sir. Serving.
He was not even allowed to teach
Yes.
where Peter and the rest are.
Yes, sir.
You know, our generation, there is this quest to quickly become a teacher.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Driving to self.
Exactly.
This brings us to something you said to me, Daddy, and you said, someone said something that your pulpit is wherever you pull people out of the pit. And you said something very profound. You said, your ministry is not a pulpit ministry. So, many people think that when you talk about purpose, you talk about call, you talk about ministry, they have to hold microphone.
So we have so many persons buying microphones and printing bills. Ministry is basically whatever you do that exalt, glorify, and amplify Jesus.
Yes, sir.
What we are doing now is ministry.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It exalts Jesus. It glorifies Jesus. It amplifies Jesus. A law firm can become a ministry.
Yes.
True, sir.
That's the problem. Till tomorrow, there's no anointed man. No. And I stand to be corrected. No anointed man will call any crusade today. All right?
Yes, sir.
And we'll have the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo in attendance. And we'll have the like of Lionel Messi in attendance. But imagine if Cristiano Ronaldo
Yes, sir.
has been discipled and he understands ministry. If he makes a call today, who is who in the world of football want to listen?
Listen to me. Yes, sir.
That's his kind.
We are talking about word evangelism, and we are not thinking about these things. Huh?
That's true.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Every our boys who left the church, all right,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
into comedy, see how they became. Can't we have comedians who understand ministry? Apollo was a church boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
What does he turn it today? Gordon was a church boy. You see, this is not name calling.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
But you see, if these guys were properly discipled, that this place I'm going there as a
100%.
missionary.
Yes, sir.
But you see, there's this idea that is even sold now to the people around. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Church does not celebrate their own. So church, so a keyboardist in the church, hey, they are not paying him. So he's going to
Must go
Davido's
out.
place so that they will pay him.
Obey him.
You don't know God.